It's late September of the year 1066. William of Normandy lands in Sussex with an army 7,000 men strong to join the fight for the English throne. The Normans marched west to set up a temporary camp near Hastings and fortified the town. From there, William mustered his troops and launched parties to plunder the region. King Harold Godwinson rushes back south to London to mount the resistance against yet another invader. Upon learning that William had set out for Hastings, Harold started to seek out a suitable place to deploy his units, and finally decided to hold a defensive position on top of the hill 10 kilometers northwest of the town, in between forested and marshy terrain.
Take the fight to them! Time to test ourselves.
The composition of Harold's army didn't change much since Stamford Bridge. He relied solely on infantry comprised of professional housecarl units and a poorly armed and disciplined feared formation levied days prior to the battle.
Let's do this, lads!
In contrast, William commanded a mix of infantry, archers and cavalry. His army deployed into 3 divisions, roughly corresponding to the origin of the troops. The front line was formed by archers who had their backs secured by infantry units. The mounted force was held in reserve as a third line.
We can take them! Remember this! The men that we fight today have sworn fealty to a godless murderer! Make no mistake! His aim will be to take our England next!
The battle was started by Norman archers who attempted to weaken the tightly packed Saxon lines, shooting uphill at an unfavorable angle with little effect. Arrows either bounced off the shield wall or landed far behind the English position. Then, William sent the infantry units to engage in melee fighting, hoping to break Harold's shield wall. Casualties rose on both sides. Norman infantry failed to punch a hole in the Saxon line, so William sent idling cavalrymen, hoping to crush Harold's solid defense. Decently armored mounted troops, while good at melee, lacked long lances and armored horses, which limited their effectiveness as true shock units, capable of breaking enemy lines. Battle raged for hours. Due to heavy losses, many feared units were forced to replace the fallen housecarls in the first line. Normans lost many men as well. Even Duke William got his horse slain under him twice, which caused a rumor that he was dead. Around midday, William's left flank, comprised of Bretons, retreated, and many of the other units followed. It's not clear whether it was a real flight or just a feigned retreat planned and performed by William. Many of the battle-frenzied Anglo-Saxon militia pursued the running enemy, disobeying Harold's order to remain in formation, thus crippling their only chance for victory. The Normans stopped the retreat and attacked drawn-off English units. Which were soon surrounded and crushed by Norman cavalry. Harold's remaining troops fought bravely for the rest of the day, struggling to withstand William's now dominant forces at the cost of very heavy losses. When the sun was about to set over the horizon, Harold's brothers Gareth and Leofwin were slain. Shortly after, the last Anglo-Saxon king of England was struck in the eye by an arrow, which triggered a final massive rout of the then leaderless Saxon forces. William won the battle and had the road to London wide open, where he ascended to the English throne 2 months later. The Battle of Hastings marked the beginning of the Norman conquest, which took several years and heavily influenced both English and European history.